14 months removed from the ring following recovery from a scary car crash, Errol Spence Jr. looked better than ever before in a strong case for consideration as the best 147-pound fighter in the world. Spence, 27, 0 inches, 21 KOs, made a successful defense of his IBF and WBC welterweight titles with a thorough clinic of former two-division champion Danny Garcia inside AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. All three judges favored Spence via scores of 116, 112 inches, twice, and 117, 111 inches. CBS Sports also scored it for Spence, 118, 110 inches. In his third straight headlining role atop a pay-per-view card, the 30-year-old Spence showed no signs of ill effect after flipping his Ferrari multiple times before being ejected from the vehicle last October. Despite an arrest for DWI, Spence survived the ordeal without any broken bones and might have produced the best performance of his career against Garcia. 36, 3 inches, 21 KOs. I proved to myself that I am the best 147-pounder in the world, Spence said. Danny Garcia pushed me to the limits, especially in training. He's a great champion and I knew I would be 100% ready. That's why I chose him. Spence relied on his jab throughout to cause swelling under Garcia's left eye. He also landed harder shots throughout and avoided getting into any kind of trouble against his heavy-fisted opponent. He also outlanded Garcia, 187 to 117, according to CompuBox. He was just the better man tonight. No excuses, Garcia said. I fought a hard, tough fight. He had a difficult jab and I think that was the key to the fight. I didn't have a great jab. He had a great jab and that was the difference in the fight. He landed it better than me. Garcia was game throughout and was responsible defensively. Yet as the fight began to slip away in the second half with the need for something dramatic rising, Garcia was seemingly unwilling to take the risk as he slowly wilted. Spence adjusted to any form of rallying Garcia had in the middle rounds by switching off his jab to score repeatedly with a lead left hand that took away Garcia's right-handed version, which had been his only consistent punch. Spence also targeted the body repeatedly with his hard left cross, particularly in the later rounds while Garcia faded. The moment is surreal, Spence said. It has been a dream of mine since coming back from my accident and I think I looked pretty good. I had a little rust in there but I shook off the cobwebs and I would love to be back in the summer. All training camp I felt good. I knew I was going to be good and that's why I told people I don't want a tune-up fight. I wanted someone like Danny Garcia who would push me. Despite unbeaten WBO champion Terence Crawford and former champion Shawn Porter watching from inside the stadium and some believing Spence might call out WBA champion Manny Pacquiao afterwards, he instead chose to remain silent regarding his future. This was a comeback fight for me and I will definitely be 120% in my next fight, Spence said. I'm going to chill on my ranch. I just bought a ranch with a couple of horses and chickens, 2 cows and my children and family. I want to go and get more horses and chickens. I want to enjoy my time and decide who to come back against but right now I want my rest time. Garcia, 32, fell 2-0, 3 inches against defending welterweight champions following previous close decision defeats to Keith Thurman and Porter. I am going to sit back and rebuild and see what I need to do next, Garcia said. I fought hard and I am proud. In the co-main event, 6'5" super welterweight Sebastian Fundora made quick work of Khabib Ahmed with a second-round TKO. Fundora used his massive size to his advantage with his length creating power punches to stop Ahmed. The Florida native has now won 3 straight with 2 impressive finishes. CBS Sports was with you throughout the entire way on Saturday, so be sure to follow along with the live results and highlights below. Fight card, results. Errol Spence Jr., C.Def. Danny Garcia via unanimous decision, 116, 112 inches, 117, 111 inches, 116, 112 inches. Sebastian Fundora Def. Khabib Ahmed via second-round TKO. Josesito Lopez Def. Francisco Santana via 10th-round TKO. Eduardo Ramirez Def. Miguel Flores via 5th-round TKO.